Okay, so here we're going to look at the concept of the multiplier. Now, the multiplier is a tool we use which helps us understand the relationship between a change in spending and the effects this will have on a change in income. Okay, so generally in Keynesian economics, if we have an increase in aggregate expenditure, whether that's through consumption, investment, government spending or net exports, we will see an increase in aggregate income or national income. So that's what we generally tend to find. And this is really the cornerstone of Keynesian economics, that if we can increase spending, we'll see an increase in national income. Now, to work this out, we need to remember a formula. And that formula is K, so the multiplier is K, is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus the MPC. And that 1 minus the MPC, that's our MPS, the marginal propensity to save. So let's say we have a situation where the MPC is equal to 0.5, okay? Then in this scenario, K is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus 0.5, which gives us 1 divided by 0.5, which gives us 2. Now, it's important we understand, what does this mean? What does this 2 actually signify? Now, what this 2 means is that for every, and I'll write this down so you can have it there as well, for every $1 of additional aggregate expenditure, we can expect to see an additional $2 of income. That's what that's saying. So for every additional dollar that we spend, whether it's through new investment or new government spending or increased net exports, we can expect to see $2 worth of increased income. So that's why this multiplier is really, really important. It shows us the changes in spending and the effects it'll have on the change in income. If I can show you this on a graph real quick. Here we have our 45-degree line graph with an aggregate demand, which has been determined by consumption and investment. So here we're sticking to the 3-sector model. And as you can see, where the aggregate demand line cuts the 45-degree line, we have our equilibrium point there at 400, when the nation's income is at 400. So we have a look at this example and say, okay, what would the multiplier be in this scenario? So K is equal to 1 minus 1 minus 0.5. 0.5 is our MPC, we can see it there. And this is the same as before then. So this will give us a multiplier of 2 as well, based on the fact that the multiplier has been the same as the last example. So if we look on the graph here, every $1 we increase in spending, we will see a $2 increase in national income. So for example, if we increase our, let's increase our government spending. Let's say government spending is going to go up by 100. Okay, let's just put the government spending is going to increase by 100. It's going to take us from here to here. What we'd expect to see then is that our income has actually increased by 200. So rather than our equilibrium point being there, it's going to be here. Okay, so originally we were sitting here. With that increase of 100, it's resulted in $200 of increased income. Therefore, our new aggregate demand line will look something like this. Okay, and that's what we can see there. An additional $100 of government spending has resulted in $200 of national income, and we got that from our multiplier of 2.